The rain had been falling for hours, soaking the gravel roads of Wyoming like tears that wouldn't stop. Emily's boots were caked with mud, her hands frozen from gripping her thin coat tight across her chest. She hadn't eaten in over a day. She didn't know where she was going, only that she had to keep moving. Her car had broken down miles back. Her phone was dead, and the bruise beneath her ice still tender was a reminder that going back was never an option. Up ahead through the downpour, she saw a silhouette, a gate, a house beyond it, and the faint flicker of barn lights. It wasn't much, but it was something. Desperation guided her hand as she knocked on the heavy wooden door. The door creaked open slowly. A tall, broad-shouldered man stood there, a scar cut through his right cheek and his eyes icy blues. Scanned her like a threat assessment. "Please," she said softly. I need somewhere dry." He didn't answer at first. He stared at her bruised face, her shaking hands, then he opened the door wider. "You can sit by the fire, that's all I'm offering tonight." Emily stepped in, the warmth of the hearth hit her like a wave. "I'll leave in the morning," she whispered. He gave her a long look. "We'll talk then." His voice was rough, like gravel under boots, but something in it made her feel safer than she had in weeks. She barely touched the stew he gave her, but the warmth of it eased her hands. He sat across from her, still in his work shirt, sleeves rolled, arms folded. "What's your name?" he asked. "Emily." "I'm Cole." They sat in silence, the storm lashing outside. After dinner, he handed her a thick quilt. "Guest room's down the hall. You lock the door if it makes you feel safer." That night, under soft blankets and thunder, she finally slept, not peacefully, but without fear. In the morning, Cole was already outside feeding the horses. She watched him from the window. He moved with a quiet strength, every motion precise, steady. When she stepped outside, he didn't look surprised. "You still here?" I can help with chores. I don't have anywhere to go." He hesitated. "I don't need charity, and I don't want company. Then call it trade. You give me shelter, I work." His jaw tightened, then relaxed. "Fine. But you follow my rules, no questions, no stories." She nodded. But of course, stories don't stay buried forever. Weeks passed. Emily cleaned the stables, fed the chickens, cooked meals. She'd found a rhythm in the ranch life, a sense of purpose. Cole was distant but not unkind. He never asked about her bruises, never asked why she flinched at raised voices on TV. And she never asked about the scar on his face or why he never spoke to anyone in town. But sometimes she caught him watching her. And sometimes when she laughed, or when she cried quietly behind the barn, he'd appear with no words, just presence. One evening, she fell asleep on the porch swing. When she woke, a blanket was draped over her. Inside, he sat in the dark, sipping coffee. "Why are you helping me?" she finally asked. Cole didn't look up. "Because once, someone didn't help me. I won't make that mistake again." That night, the wind howled. Emily found him by the fireplace, staring into the flames. "I know you said no stories," she began, voice trembling, "but I can't keep mine inside anymore." She told him about her ex, the violence, the escape, the months on the run. She didn't cry, but her voice cracked like thin glass. When she finished, Cole didn't say anything for a long while. Then he moved beside her. "I was in the army. Got this." He pointed to his scar, "In a town no one remembers. Came home and found everything I left. Gone. I've been angry ever since." They sat there in silence, the fire crackling. Then, slowly, he reached out, his hand covering hers. It wasn't a promise, but it was something more than comfort. The bruises faded, and so did the walls around them. They repaired the old barn together, laughing over crooked nails and stubborn goats. She planted herbs outside the kitchen. He taught her to ride a horse. One night, under the stars, she turned to him. "I thought I was just trading safety for a roof. I didn't know I'd find peace." Cole took her hand. "You gave this place something it didn't have anymore, light." She leaned into him. "I never thought I'd stay anywhere again," she whispered, "and now, I want to build here with you." He smiled for the first time, not just with his lips, but with his eyes, and just like that, The scarred rancher and the runaway girl began rewriting the lives they thought were already over.
Together,